Hello, beautiful human, and welcome to the Sacred Now. Sacred meaning worthy of love and respect. And by that definition, every human being is sacred. The soul is sacred. The ego, which is the imposter in all of us, hijacks our mind and convinces us to do things that we really don't want to do, that our soul doesn't want to do. It's almost like we've all been brainwashed to obey that second voice in our head that's not particularly kind, the voice that's very fearful and judgmental. The voice that makes us regret the past, judge other people, judge ourselves, worry about the future, complain about what is. It's the less evolved voice in all of our heads. That's one place where the playing field is leveled for humanity. Each of us is saddled with an ego, which is reason alone to be compassionate with each other. Now, the interesting thing is that the very thing that would give us what we truly want, which is peace and joy and fearlessness and wisdom and fun. That's what we seek. And in order to have that on a continual basis, the authentic version of each of those states of being, it requires that we transcend our ego. And by ego, I mean a definition of yourself that relates to more superficial things. Things that are less about you and more about the ego. So that's what sex you are, what job you have, what roles you play, what you look like, how much you have. All of those things are what the ego identifies with. So we should be highly enthusiastic about transcending that secondary voice. And yet that voice is so compelling, so believable because it's right in our heads, that we continue to give it our undivided attention. Meditation is one way to transcend the ego. Training in connecting with your higher mind versus the lower mind. And operating from that place. So that's a question to ponder today, a thought to ponder today. Why am I terrified of letting go of something that has never brought me what I most desire? What is my attachment? Chances are good it's related to the fact that perhaps through your ego you've created the only form of joy you've ever known, the only form of true joy. But it's a fraction of your potential. A fraction of your potential for joy. Think of it this way. The things that the ego creates are trash compared to the treasure of remembering your higher self, coming into union with your soul, and living from that place. That's really the Holy Grail. Your journey there can be as short or as long as you like, depending on your desire to connect with your higher self and your higher power. When you're at a 10 in terms of desire, that's when it happens. If you're dabbling in, at a 2 or a 7, even an 8 or a 9, you haven't quite bridged that gap, and it will happen. One thought at a time. Rise above your thoughts. Connect with the you most want to be. The world has never needed you more, just as you are. Have joy.